It is day 164 and you are going to be... Okay, so it is day 165. See, I lost a day because, yesterday was a washout. Well, it wasn't. We just didn't record anything because I don't think you wanted to see Sarah sleep and me go to the gym. Look at there, Sarah pretending she's doing some cleaning.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, whatever. I'm going to leave her locked up in the apartment, cleaning, washing and doing all the wifely chores that she loves so much. And I am going to head out solo for the first time completely to go to the Siam Museum. So I need to catch a couple of trains all on my own. I need to get the BTS over to Bangkok, then I need to change onto the blue line, which I think is the MRT, and it should take about an hour to get there. And it's possibly something that may interest me a little bit more than Sarah anyway. So that's what I have chosen to do.
And I can't leave the flat.
Yeah, trying to get people to feel sorry for you, sleeping all day. And what else did I do yesterday? Well, we do like to pray to an altar in the West, but that altar is generally the television. It is the centre of every living room and we point everything towards it, the all-pervasive purveyor of truth, indoctrination, and I'm going to say light entertainment if Sarah's in the mix, because she will be forcing me to watch Britain's Got Talent. And what have I done? Well, it's what I always do. I try and hide the dark black cube behind a little altar. So who do we have? We have Ganesh, of course, who we are praying to. We have King Sir John, representing perhaps good fortune and wealth, and the unknown entity that is the little ghost man who, let's say, he is going to represent strength of character, and along with an offering of a little coffee and some soy sauce. So there we go. Ganesh will be happy, but actually I'm going to take that coffee because I think I need it. I did do a little report on the tragic shooting that happened 3 days ago at the Siam Paragon Mall, but I thought it's appropriate to mention it in the daily blog to, I guess, pinpoint when it happened in our journey. And more details have unfolded. Only 2 people were killed, which initially they reported at 3, and 5 injured to a serious degree. The culprit was apprehended alive on the scene, and as is to be expected, it's being blamed on mental illness initially. But I mean, is that an excuse? Well, of course it's not, because any depraved degenerate act generally could be blamed on mental illness, a perversion of the mind. I'm sure what will happen to the boy who was 14 years old, how he managed to get hold of a firearm, I do not know. Apparently it was on the internet, a modified weapon. All too easy to do, I guess. And Bangkok and Thailand in general being a place where gun ownership is very high. 10 million firearms in the country, 4 million of those are unregistered and illegal. So a problem, and the debate goes on, I guess, surrounding gun control, safety, and how such a tragedy could happen, particularly with such a young kid. But justice must be served. You know, if you commit the crime, you've got to do the time, and I don't know how severe and harsh it will be, but you're going to have to pay your penance, I'm afraid, young man. And what that will be, we will find out. But my prayers go out to Thailand, Bangkok, the families and everyone involved. Really a terrible tragedy. I'm making good time. It's 9:30 and the station is pretty empty, just the way I like it. And I'm going to head over to Bangkok, the first leg of the journey. 15 baht to get there, should take a few moments, only a few stops, and then I have to navigate the next line and see if I don't mess that up. I am in danger territory. Sarah isn't here.
It is week 3 of lockdown, and I am in the flat. Tim has gone out for the first time by himself on the trains, so hopefully he walks in the right direction and he gets on the right train, but he should be all good. He's going to a museum and I'm sure he will love that. yeah, we are here for another 3 weeks. Luckily, I am really grateful that I'm able to, Jay's able to squeeze me in for another 3 weeks, because I definitely, as I said before, I'm seeing improvements. It is tough, just the dryness, like I'm like a shade of grey at the moment, and it might be like this for a while. But yeah, I feel good. Today actually I feel good. I was more conscious about drinking more water, and it doesn't feel as tight as it has been, so I don't know if that has helped. But yeah, feeling good. And if you know me, this is probably good for me to do nothing and just chill in the flat and not go around all over the place. Just my personality and with the way I work and my history, I am non-stop going here, there and everywhere, doing things, brain working like crazy. So yeah, appreciating to be able to just be chill, rest up when I need to. And yeah, but I do miss Tim. He's not here. I'm like, I said to him, put your live location just to make sure that I know where you are. So yeah, I think he's having a good time.
So 2 stops to Bangkok. It is the end of the line, and a very excitable / explosive name. I think it would make a great name for a b-boy crew. I think we have a 6-minute walk now to jump on the MRT Metro Blue Line. Not Metro, just it's got an M, so I think it says Metro. It's the MRT Blue Line, and then I've got to go over to Sanam Chai, and I think that's going to be a few more stops, but let's see if I can navigate this walk. Apparently Google Maps tells me I need to go out exit 4, so I'm going to have a little look. On the BTS line, they seem to have these architects models / maquettes of the stations, and they're kind of hidden away in the corners, but I thought I'd give it a little bit of a gander and check out that classic / iconic design. I don't know if it's either of those things, but that's what I am gonna coin it as. And they're super functional. They provide shaded walkways underneath and fairway along as well, that we benefit from on our hotel, and a great feat of heavy engineering that's been realised in a packed-in city. And I guess it brings to mind that today in the news back in the UK, I am hearing about how HS2, the northern leg, is going to be scrapped. I don't think that project is ever going to be realised, if I'm honest. And yeah, where has all that money gone? There we go, the connection is as simple as that. I have made it to Bangkok, and that is the first time that going through a security metal detector I have been stopped and had a bag search, and I think that for the foreseeable future that I am definitely going to be having my bag rifled through. And yeah, fair enough, I have no problem with that at all. And it looks like it's 4 stops over to Sanam Chai, and let's see if I can do this without getting lost. So far so good. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how he got through with a hammer. He didn't look like a maintenance man, but anyway, he didn't kick off, and perhaps he's off to fix something that needs fixing. And we're back in a familiar station. I think this is the one that serves the Grand Palace and all that stuff, because I do remember it. It is familiar, but it has been a quick and simple journey, and now 3-minute walk and I'm at the museum. And out of exit 1 onto the street, and does it look familiar? I guess it does, and looks like, there we go, there's the museum right at the tube. And there we go, I am going to take my opportunity to go through some buried rings. Now let's have a little look and see how much it's going to get in. Looks like it's 100 baht, so a couple of pounds. 100 baht it was, and I am making my way to the third floor where the exhibition starts, and I had to surrender my ID, which was a driving license, and in exchange they've given me an audio guide, which I hope they've got some stuff written down though. I kind of prefer it that way, but let's check it out. Third floor, here we go. I do love a coat of arms, and this is the European style Siamese coat of arms, and you can see all the emblems and motifs, and they will tell you exactly who's who, the hierarchy, how everything relates and where power lies. And it turns out that the seal of Thailand is Garuda, so our friend Garuda appears again, and this exhibition is called Decoding Thainess and what it is to be Thai, and it's not the easiest of questions to answer, and it seems that it is an amalgamation of cultures, customs and peoples over time that have formed and now coalesce into what is modern Thailand, I guess, and you can break it down and see where they come from. So here we have a load of artifacts, one of which I do recognise. So we have the Emerald Buddha. I presume that is a little model of the one that is standing proud and firm over at the Grand Palace. Yeah, it's cool, it's good, and it is not too heavy on the audio information, so it briefly takes you through the room and then it invites you to investigate and ask questions. So yeah, so far, a really cool little walkthrough. And it looks like I've missed the time to go into room number 2, as it's like a video, and the room I was in has been invaded by school kids, but I'm happy to see they are busy learning about what it is to be Thai and decoding their history. So I've jumped into room number 5, and it looks like some kind of throne room, but let's have a little listen. It's great what they've done here. They haven't just put a load of Thai costumes and told you to look at them. What they've done is they've placed an avatar of Rama at the back, who is considered the most in terms of Thainess, and then gradiating down, it moves away, becoming less and less so. And the way they are saying to be more Thai is based on 3 things. It's going to be based on the nation, religion and monarchy, and how much of those things are incorporated within the costumes. So there we go. Great way to put on a fashion display, and I'm going to exit as the crowds come in. Let's get out of these guys' way. And back into the throne room we have the royal throne behind me. I was correct. And all around I am loving these what look like kind of architectural drawings of, well, we have the grand throne there, and we have one of the spires at Wat Arun, and then we have King Rama the Ninth monument, and my personal favourite, the cosmological model. Kind of feels Hindu. I don't know what the similarities will be. There we go. Raising up through the different heavens. And yeah, very, very symbolic and all encoded with the knowledge and the beliefs of the Thai peoples. here we have a room displaying simple objects used in everyday life in Thailand. Compact discs used to decorate motorcycles and tuk-tuks, and there we go, there is the motorcycle jacket that you will see everywhere. Can't forget the tiger balm, a little bit flashing from the lighting. Yeah, it's got kind of an almost ready-made pop art kind of feel in here. Yeah, cool room. And we'll remind you of the Thailand that you are walking around day to day for sure. What have we got here? I don't know. Okay. Long tail bow. James Bond getaways all day. Another great room that pays homage to Buddhism, animism and Brahmanism, and a few familiar faces. We've got Ganesh hanging around here, Garuda and Vishnu there, and a big Garuda up on the wall. Yeah, a lot to worship in here. It wouldn't be Thailand without an impromptu photo shoot, and it looks like they're offering all the things you need to dress up in traditional Thai attire. And if Sarah was here, perhaps I would give it a go. I don't think I'm going to do it on my own. And then we go into a room where in the boxes they have different things representing the different ceremonies of Thailand. So what have we got? Let's have a little look. I can see, well, I know what this one's going to be. So this is going to be Songkran Festival, isn't it? So we have the Super Soaker, imitation Super Soaker 100, I'm going to say. But yeah, nice interactive way to do it, to be honest. You can have a little wander through, look in the boxes, have a little dress up. Here we have Thai classrooms through the ages, and I'm going to say the ones that I use predate these ones here. Well, they do have inkwells at least. These are in far better conditions than the one that we had. I reckon we were pre-Victorian. It does seem that there is a rogue group of school kids following me around the museum, and they are being backed up by an equally intrepid group of OAPs who, yeah, they're following me around, getting in my way and all that good stuff. No, it's good to see the museum is being enjoyed by all ages, and it's yeah, it's great. I love it. We just went and had a look at the construction of different types of food, and interactive way you can pop a plate down and it'll show you how to make them, and then also how Thai emblems and motifs have changed over time, and how they embrace that change. and all becomes apparent. The staircase decked out and draped in all those clothes, well, it's to do with the mass production of fast, cheap and often one or two use items of clothing. So they are doing their little bit here to try and promote awareness. And yeah, I'm not in favour of all these buying an item and wearing it for one season. It's kind of down to the manufacturers as well. Why do they change fashions so regularly and seasonally? Well, it's to get you changing your wardrobe every single year. And there we go, it does become apparent right at the end. It's good you asked that question while travelling through the exhibition. And there we go. You have to love the sentiment, but also you have to love the kind of ironic cynicism of selling a plastic raincoat right next to it. 30 baht, cheap at the price. And what tourist museum would be complete without the obligatory coin transformation? And I bet they aren't transforming the actual coin because it has the king's head on. No, they are not, because you put in 2 10 baht coins and it's going to give you a standard bit of metal, I think. I think the school children and the OAPs have joined forces and they are hot on my heels, so I am going to step out of the Siam Museum and I'm going to say thank you, sir. And decoding Thainess, what did I make of it? Well, I learnt that, simply put, you can break it down into the 3 pillars of Thainess. And what are those 3 pillars? Well, it's religion, monarchy and the nation, the peoples of the state. And you can overlay these pillows, you can lay on a pillow, you can overlay these pillars onto the different subdivided subsections of things like clothing, language, food, customs, ceremonies, festivals, icons and motifs, religion, and also the wider, I guess, power bases of obviously monarchy, religion. And as well, I guess, I've also realised that Thainess is an amalgamation of a number of different time periods and possibly kingdoms as well, dating back to the 3rd century BCE when it was mentioned in the annals of Chinese texts. So is it a civilizational culture? Well, they have language, they have text, they have their own religion and motifs, they have agriculture, they have industry, they have divisions of labour and specialisation, they have their own arts and crafts. So I would say that the argument could surely be made. I don't know if they are or they aren't. And do I have the answer to what Thainess is? Well, I think it's a bit of an ephemeral question, and this is a great little overview and guide to the different indicators, but to truly know it, possibly you have to be Thai, and I would say come Thailand and then you will know what Thainess is for sure. I have made it back to my old stomping ground. Well, my only stomping ground here in Telat Plu, and I'm going to carefully cross the road. I did get really lost in the interchange with Bangkok between the BTS and the MRT. They're right next to each other, but I wandered around in circles for a good 10 minutes. But I did make it, and I have stopped off to get Sarah some food in a bag. It is some pho, and I'm sure she will love it and be grateful if she's awake to eat it. And my final thoughts on the Siam Museum. I thought it was really good. I didn't expect very much from it, to be honest. I just thought, okay, it's not far, give it a go. And I really enjoyed it. 100 baht, well worth it. And I think I learned a little something here and there. And also, it did bring into question the idea of, would we be able to do such an exhibition back in the UK called something like Decoding Britishness, what it is to be British, and whether that would offend people who felt unincluded in that definition, although the Thai definition was pretty all-inclusive of everything that was Thai. I don't know, I do like the fact that there is a real sense of national identity, national pride, and at the same time it is embracing of everyone and other cultures and customs. I think they've got the balance really, really good here, and we could definitely learn a thing or two.